Welcome to this drawing tutorial. Are you ready to learn how to draw one of the most popular characters in animation and manga? I'm talking about Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. In this tutorial, I assure you that drawing skills aren't necessary, even if you think you'll never be able to draw Izuku Midoriya. With these simple and easy steps, you'll be able to do it. Let's start with Izuku's head. Here, it's very important to keep in mind the general shape of the head and the lines of the jaw. Feel free to draw some rough guidelines to help you get the right shape of the head. We're making the sketch slightly tilted to the left. You can follow these same guidelines to make it easier for you to do the sketch. I'd like to share some tips to improve your drawing skills while you watch the drawing process. The first tip is practice. Practice is the key to improving your drawing skills. Set aside time each day to draw and work on projects that interest and challenge you. For example, there are people who are interested in drawing manga, anime, like in this case, or realistic drawings. Whatever interests you the most. Study anatomy. It's important to know human anatomy and the anatomy of other living beings if you want to draw realistically or even manga. Research and study the bone and muscle structure of the living beings you want to draw. It's like going back to biology class again. Learn to see the shapes, try to see the basic forms behind everything you see. For example, if you see a hand, the hand might have an overall shape like a triangle, and from that triangle, you can draw the details. Once the head is drawn, we'll move on to the torso and arms. Here I usually use the head to roughly measure the proportions. We start with a very general sketch, simply using lines as if drawing the movement or the shape. The general pose that our character will have, which in this case will have a bit of perspective. With one foot raised, with one hand raised, and with the other getting a fist ready. Make sure that once you have the skeleton, we can already include the muscles, or rather the general shape of the body, to be able to draw the arms and the body in a realistic position. Don't worry about the details, because at that moment we're simply going to focus on the basic shape of the general sketch. Use proportions. Proportions are important so that your drawings look realistic. Learn to use lines and shapes to create a proportioned and balanced structure in every drawing you make. Like in this drawing, where we made a structure with lines to create the character's pose. Play with perspective as well. Perspective is very important to give depth and dimension to your drawings, and it also adds movement and life. Learn to play with perspective to create a sense of depth and to make your drawings look more realistic. Also, experiment with materials. Don't be afraid to try different materials and techniques. Try out different pencils, markers, brushes, and so on, and discover which ones work best for you and your projects. And the one I like the most, the best advice is to look at and imitate the work of others. Look at the work of other artists and try to imitate their style and techniques. This will help you improve your skills and even develop your own style. Here, as you can see, to draw the hand, I start with a very general sketch, like a kind of triangle, and from that triangle, I make little squares that will be the fingers. That way, I go from the general to the specific in a very easy way. And when I already have the rough sketch more or less done, I start adding more details. For example, here with the clothes, I start to detail things like the outfits, the shapes, the wrinkles, or even those patterns that are characteristic of this uniform. Especially. Now it's time to add some details. This includes, of course, Edwin's uniform. Hero, his iconic green hairstyle, and his eyes, although I did the eyes after I finished the head. This is where patience is key, since you have to take your time and do it very carefully to achieve impressive results. As you can see, I'm going to erase many times because I'm taking the reference photo into account, and I might make mistakes in some parts. So I do it very patiently, erasing if I have to erase, so that later I can perfect every detail. For those who don't know, My Hero Academia is a Japanese manga and anime created by Kohei Horikoshi. The series began being published in 2014 in the weekly Shonen Jump magazine by the publisher Shueisha, and since then it has become one of the magazine's most popular mangas. The story takes place in a future where most of the population has developed special abilities known as powers. However, IZUKU Midoriya is one of the few children in the world without an innate power. But his determination and love for heroes lead him to be chosen to receive All Might's power and become a hero. Despite everything, throughout the series we will see Izuku and his classmates from UA High School, where they learn to control and improve their abilities with the goal of becoming professional heroes. As Izuku and his friends fight against increasingly powerful villains, they also learn about the importance of friendship, determination, and fighting against evil. The series has been very well received both in Japan and around the world, and it has won several awards and recognitions. In addition to the manga series, My Hero Academia has been adapted into an anime, movies, and video games. This demonstrates its great popularity and its impact on both Japanese and global popular culture. In summary, the story behind My Hero Academia is a mix of action, adventure, drama, and humor that has captivated millions of fans around the world. It's definitely a series worth watching. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it. We add the final details and shadows to give depth to our drawing of IZUKU Midoriya. Don't worry if it doesn't turn out perfect on your first try. Practice makes perfect. Now you have your own drawing of IZUKU Midoriya. To finish, we're going to color the whole drawing. This will be very simple because the colors are very basic and flat. Just use the specific colors for each part and color it however you like. At the end, I'll also use a fine tipped pen to highlight the whole drawing, all the outlines. And it ends up looking a bit more like that manga style I like, so the drawing has more contrast. Before you go, would you like to learn how to draw other My Hero Academia characters? Leave a comment and maybe I'll make a tutorial in the future about another character from this great anime.
I don't know about you, but for me, the outlining part is very satisfying. It's like a kind of ASMR where I get deeply lost in the drawing because I know I've already finished it. And then I just give it the most artistic, more contrasted detail. So the drawing looks more polished. If you liked it, support me with your like and subscribe for more videos.